everyone. It is Saturday night live. I tell you, I am. Although you could be watching the replay. So then I'm not live. But tonight, right now, right this second, I am live here. How are you tonight? Welcome to Saturday Night Live. I hope all is well in your guys' world. Yes, Kurt, I am live tonight. I'm live right now. People are messaging me. Are you going live tonight? Of course I'm going live tonight. I'm just more ish than 8. I have been working today. And I was all set to come live, and then I had I had a thought on something I had been working on, and I'm like, I got to go do this right now before I forget. I got to do it right now. But how is your Saturday? What are you guys feeling grateful for this Saturday? That's what I want to know. Tell me about your world and what you are grateful for on this Saturday night at the end of week 68, 69, where you are knocking it out of the park. Knocking it. Woo! Hey, Barb Gallows here in Pittsburgh. Barb Gallows here. My thing. But I hope all is well in your world. How are things in Pittsburgh, Barb? Hope things are well for you. I got an employee moving to Wilkes Barre area, the Wilkes Barre area of Pennsylvania that could use a great job. So if anybody in the Wilkes Barre area is looking for a great employee who is moving there, she's young, but she's a hard worker, key holder for us. Reach out to me and I will hook you guys up. Oh, I am glad. Dazzle's had a rough week. No power. How does Dazzle deal with no power? Not getting treats on time. Dazzle has had a rough week. It has been a week, Adele. I will give you that. It has been a week. And I'm glad that Dazzle didn't freak out during the fireworks. I was on with Jennifer and Brad today from True Fashionistas in Naples, and they were getting a thunderstorm while we were talking, and their little dog was like, it was a really heavy thunder. Their dog was really freaking out about the thunder while we were on. So, hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? How are things in Illinois? How are things in Illinois? Rough week for a very spoiled cat. Well, hey, we are a pampered bunch, I mean, it's funny. I listened to an interesting environmental article interview this week that Americans in general are soft, too pampered. And it was the start of the premise of that, Adele, was that we don't need air conditioning. Okay, that we can get rid of air conditioning. If we got rid of air conditioning, we would save the planet and be better. You don't need it in your car. You don't need it in lots of places. It was an interesting interview, and I'm guessing only scientists are going to read his book. I will start now, although I've been talking about you, Kurt. I have been talking about you. Your ears must have been buzzing because I kept on getting notifications from you across my screen. And I'm like, I'm here. You know where I am. But I'm glad to hear that things are. Petunia's Rescue for Resale is off to a great start. And you're going to be in trouble, Kurt, where you've got this thing where you get a dog and you get a new store. I mean, that is going to be that is going to be problematic as part of your growth plan. I think you're going to run into problems at the Casa de Welty, at the ranch, so to speak. Rainy, but it made for good sales this afternoon. Yeah, we never got the rain today, or at least haven't yet. But sales weren't bad today. I gotta say, the first 10 days of June are in the book, and I don't always look at the 10th. I don't look at any period of time smaller than 10 days, really, because it's really, there's too many ups and downs. There's too many ups and downs if you look at, an individual day. You have weather, you don't have weather, you have different things. So I tend to look at things in 10-day increments, 15-day increments, whatever. And but I was curious to look at this first 10 days of July because it seems stronger than most starts to July. It felt stronger. And quite honestly, it has been. It's been our strongest start to July ever, the first 10 days. That doesn't mean what the next 10 days will bring, but I am excited that the first 10 days is a record start. Jen has 42 corgi names already. Kurt, my only statement to that is, what's Jen's corgi name for you? I'm just asking. And interested people want to know. And you're probably already starting on the scotch tonight, and I haven't gotten to it yet. I will get to it after the show tonight. I will get to it. So we should probably get going here, people. Here's the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight we're on page 40 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Wear sensible shoes as you kick down doors. Whoosh! I like it. I don't know that I got a big enough kick up there, but, wear sensible shoes, people. Well, we are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you have any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube. As I mentioned, I've been at my desk most of the day. I have been working. I got my forgiveness submitted on my first PPP. I've got everything balanced out for all our periods between the employee retention credit, the PPP, the second PPP, and I've got it all. I've built what will be my folder and my complete folder and checklist so that I can put that together for you guys. I've been behind on that. I've been promising that for a while, but you need this paperwork. You got to keep this paperwork. Our friends at Enterprise Bank said 4 years on the PPP. My accountant is saying keep everything for 5. We know that a couple of years down the road, there's going to be a lot of audits on all this stuff. Government's going to be looking for money, and there are going to be a lot of audits on all these things. So the important thing is just to keep that nice folder, and we're going to put that together in the coming weeks. I'm gonna document it. I'm gonna put up how to do it, what you should have in that folder, and quite honestly, I will scan a copy of it, my folder. I'm gonna store it electronically, and I will have in my file cabinet ready at the waiting. But why will I also have it all the folder stored electronically in the cloud? I will store a backup of it in the cloud because fires happen, things happen, floods, pipes break in your house. So you want to have the paper copy ready and handy should that auditor show up at your doorstep, but you also want to have a backup copy backed up to the cloud so that if anything happens, your computer, your file cabinet gets wet, one of the 42 corgis eats your PPP, you file that Neil told you to keep from all this, okay? One of the 42 corgis eats it, okay? You want to have this packet of information, So again, a lot of people online are telling you 3 years. The Enterprise Bank is saying 4 years, and my accountant, the most conservative of them all, is saying keep it for 5 years. Keeping a packet of information for a couple of extra years. If you go 3 on the low end, 5 on the high end, that is not so bad. But the time to do it is going to be soon. I'll put that together soon so we can talk about specifically what I put in my folder today as I got it all together. Because the other thing that you're trying to do with that, okay, the most important thing that you're trying to do besides document how you use this money appropriately, the other thing that is so important that you're trying to do with all of these programs is to make sure that you are not using the same time period for more than one thing, that you are not claiming the employee retention credit at the same time you're using PPP money, or PPP money at the same time you're saying you got a grant from the state or something. You want to have all of this stuff separated and the records to match up with the different periods. And that's what I spent a good chunk of my afternoon. I didn't think I was going to get it done, but I am very glad that I did. And, the only thing I need to add to that is the last payroll for my second PPP. And then we will be done. But I was excited to do that. I know John at the bank is going to be excited to see my PPP forgiveness application on Monday, because he's been riding me like, "Where is this? You're better than this. Why don't I have this?" And I am most of the way. That is a fair question, waiting for the next step on the inventory homework. And we're going to go there tomorrow night, Kitty, because I recreated most of the spreadsheet. While I was excelling today, get it? While I was playing in Excel all day, while I was spending a lot of time in Excel, I got most of the spreadsheet, the inventory worksheet back together, and we can do that. And it's going to be a very interesting conversation on the inventory worksheet, because that is what is driving, starting to drive July sales already. And more importantly, it's going to drive August and September and October sales, and really ride us high through the rest of the year. And I am super pumped up about it as I was working on things today, and seeing where July is already off to. Nice. Okay, I love when people come in to wish people happy birthday, your team happy birthday. That's great. That is a great thing. Well, today it was our sad day. It was Juliana's last day. Well, we had a party at our clothing store for her. I wasn't there, but we had a party, and everything. That's why she's messaging me asking, "Do you happen to know anybody in Wilkes-Barre?" I gotta work my day later and see if who's got a store in Wilkes-Barre. That needs somebody to give a hand. So let's there's lots of good things happening, and the inventory is going to be key to that. Is really going to be key to how we get to the other side of this, because other people are not going to have it. Those containers are sitting in port. They're sitting out in the ocean. They are sitting not in stores. The inventory is not in stores. So your ability to have inventory in store is going to be key and that's gonna, keep your processors hopping in the short run. But it's really going to make for a blessed fall for you guys, for everybody, for the late summer and fall. Having this and doing this inventory prep now, setting the stage for it, is going to make for a very strong fall. So I will finish that up. I only have a tiny bit left to do on it. But I know I was selfish today. I spent a little time on my spreadsheets and the other things on my desk. Actually, I talked to a lot of you today. I had several people. I worked that into my day too. I caught up on several emails from you all or messages, and talked to several store owners today. I've really accomplished much more today than I felt like it. Coming out, I'm like, well, what have I done today? And so I appreciate you guys holding me accountable and helping me get a lot done today. Let me, where's my glasses? Yeah, there they are. Here's a quote for you. Here's a quote from our, the customers are buying it. The customers are buying it. And we're seeing the customers buy fall, not only in store, Kitty, but they are buying it online. They are buying it online as well, which is nice. So, I mean, we are already shipping fall clothing out and all sorts of different places. So I'm excited about that. That we already have that going out the door the other way. And it's coming in, it's going out any number of ways. So that is exciting to see and watch as we're, that is moving along. So it is really, really exciting to watch. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. This quote from Simon: when people are financially invested, they want a return. When people are financially invested, they want a return. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute. Think about that. When people invest with their money, they want a return. When you create an emotional connection with people, they want to contribute. Yes, they do. Nobody thought we'd be able to say this with the death of the mall, but malls are within striking distance of their 2019 traffic levels. Mall traffic rates are up more than 20 points since February and 13 points since March. Showing consistent progress. Traffic was only off 5.6% from 2019 levels in June, and the gap keeps on closing. So that is a good thing. That the gap in traffic is closing. And even in Nebraska, I like this. In the early 19th century, so this Nebraska mall credits COVID-19 for its rejuvenation. Okay, COVID-19 is what is saving this mall. That's not something you usually hear with retail. COVID-19 saved us. Well, in Nebraska, in the early 19th century, tens of thousands of pioneers passed the 800-foot-high Scotts Bluff, journeying westward on the Oregon Trail. But in the 21st century, traffic has been light at the nearby uptown Scotts Bluff Mall, and a third of its stores closed. Then COVID-19 came along and changed things, for the better in this case. People found their niche and had time and energy to put into their small businesses. There's probably only 1 or 2 spaces available right now, according to the mall's general manager. With 11 stores opening in 2021. And the tenants opening up 20 miles from the Wyoming border have something in common. They're locals. So So people that are invested in the community are opening stores. People that are working on their business are opening stores. Why? Because brick and mortar is where it's at, people. Brick and mortar, that's where people want to be. They want to be with other people. Brick and mortar is where it is at. It just keeps on reinforcing it. And since we're on the weekend, I just thought this was fun, people. I just thought this was fun. You know, after years of customers complaining, after years of customers and business people complaining and yelling at the grill, why are my hot dogs and my buns? Why do I have two different counts of hot dogs and buns? Why can't my buns and my dogs match up? We have an ally now. We have an ally. Heinz, the ketchup company, is calling on hot dog and bun companies to sell equal size packages. Equal size packages is what Heinz is saying to the world. It is National Hot Dog Month in July, and they are calling on it because people are buying more hot dogs and more hot dog buns right now as we're in July. And now that people are gathering more, we're selling more than last year. And so, yay, Heinz. That's right, Kelly. Yay, Heinz. Yes, I am a little late. I'm a little more ish tonight. Kelly. But that's, because I was waiting for Kurt Welke to show up. And, that made me a little more ish tonight. But actually, I kept on working on things at my desk, and then I looked up and but that is why I am late tonight. You did not miss me, Kelly. You did not miss me. Hopefully you're having a good night. You're home relaxing. I got to go try this. This is really neat. Men's Warehouse and Joseph A. Bank are expanding their contactless fit technology to 650 locations. Using its artificial intelligence fitting technology, the contactless fit tool asks customers to answer survey questions and creates a 3D avatar of their bodies. The tool, which does not need measuring tape, scanners, or photos, can produce more than 50 body measurements and has a size prediction accuracy rate of over 92% since it was deployed. And the integration of the technology has resulted in a nearly 28% reduction in exchange rates for orders at Men's Warehouse. So that is really neat. I am curious of this technology, and now that I know that they've expanded it to basically most of their stores, I'm going to have to get out and try it and see what that is like, because I think that is the knowledge behind that and what that is doing is very, very good. On the patio with friends, watching the storm pass by. Well, hopefully you're not caught up in the storm. Hopefully it's just passing by. I thought about sitting outside tonight. I never got there. Maybe I will after this. I'll go and pour a little scotch and sit outside and have dinner. And for another stat for the back of your mind, consumers returned roughly 10.6% of total retail sales in the U.S. last year. And clothing made up 12.2% of that. For every $1 billion in sales, the average retailer incurs $106 million in merchandise returns. Well, I don't think most retailers are doing $1 billion in sales. Most retailers are like you. But that is an interesting statistic from our friends at the National Retail Federation. Hey, Sarah, great to have you here, even for a little bit. Well, tomorrow, folks, is Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday is the day we set aside each and every week to take time for you. Yes, you. You got to unplug, disconnect, recharge your batteries. And you guys give out to everybody all week long. And Self-Care Sunday is the day you take to recharge. Remember that Self-Care Sunday is that day, is just a symbol. If you can't do Sunday because you got to cover the store, that's okay. But make sure you take Tuesday or Thursday. Take the time, people. Take the time to get there and grow and take care of yourself, because this is a marathon. Tomorrow we're starting week 69 and 70. 69/70. So this is a marathon, people. A marathon. You gotta take time to recharge. Yes, Kitty, it makes your 1.5% return rate sound very, very good. Oh, that's fun, Sarah, the Arts Festival. That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. Well, you know what? This video and everything I talk about goes over to narcs.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon. Everything's over there. All the files, all the links, the reference points, they're all there, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring that bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everyone make it to the other side. I will post a recipe of the week later. I did not get one scheduled yet, but I will. If you'd like to submit a recipe of the week for the Resale Strong Cookbook, you know what to do. Email it to me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com. I'm here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narcs private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, yes, you, just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil, at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start. Tonight in the Good Morning, Good Night book, our good morning on page 40 was, good morning, wear sensible shoes as you kick down doors. Whoosh! Our good night tonight is, good night. Take off your sensible shoes. Put on your dancing shoes. You deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dinner.